Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some breaking news coming out from Kansas City, Missouri. It looks like just yesterday we had a mass shooting during a parade that was being held for the celebration of the Super Bowl win. So, if you weren't aware of that, the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl this year. So, there was a massive parade inside of Kansas City. There was approximately 1 million people that attended this parade. And while people were out celebrating, there was a dispute between several people. And all of a sudden, somebody pulled a gun out. There's reports that there may have been multiple guns, but we do have reports of at least one gun being fired. And there was a mass shooting. And it looks like we have about somewhere between 22 and 30 victims. We know for sure there's at least 19 with gunshot wounds. But there's been confirmed at least 22 victims and 30 people in total that have been taken to the hospital. Some of them were probably injured in other ways by, maybe trying to run away or something like that. And what's really horrible to hear is that at least half of the victims here were children under the age of 16. So police have detained three people. Two of them are juveniles and one of them is an adult. Okay, so they believe that the motive here was a personal dispute, that this wasn't any kind of like terrorist act or anything like that. I still don't understand if you have a personal dispute, why would there be any kind of mass shooting involved here? But that's what the police are stating. So obviously they're still investigating. They're investigating the victims here and many witnesses to find out what's going on. As you can see here in the picture, they've got somebody pinned on the ground. I'm not sure if that was a shooter that was pinned down or if it was just one of these other detainees. Okay, so very horrible what happened here. I've got an article we're going to go over to give you some more information. And also, I'm going to be showing you a video here of some of the people that were bystanders that were holding down I believe the shooter, holding him down while police were coming to, arrest this man for shooting people. So, Kansas City shooting believed spurred by personal dispute, law enforcement officials say. Two juveniles among three detained. Kansas City police have detained three people, two of them juveniles, in connection with Wednesday's shooting after the Chiefs Super Bowl celebration rally. Police Chief Stacey Graves said Thursday. The 22 victims' age range between 8 years old and 47 years old. At least half of our victims are under the age of 16, the chief said. So these are updates that are coming out every like 15, 20 minutes, it looks like, maybe 30 minutes apart. So Wednesday's mass shooting that left at least one dead and 30 injured in Kansas City is believed to have been the result of a personal dispute in the area and not an attack on the celebration itself, according to several law enforcement officials. One of those officials said the three people currently in custody are all believed to have been involved in the dispute, and that initially 10 people were questioned. The status of the other 7 who were questioned is unclear. Police are investigating a shooting that left one person dead and more than 20 wounded at the end of the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl victory rally Wednesday, sending fans running for cover as law enforcement swarmed the area, confetti still blowing in the wind. So I apologize, I forgot to mention this part here. One person did unfortunately lose their life. It was a elderly woman who was shot at this parade, and I believe she was like a DJ for a radio show. So very horrible what happened there. I'll show you that here in just a moment when we get to it. But children were among those shot, authorities said Wednesday, after an estimated 1 million people gathered steps from Union Station in downtown Kansas City, Missouri, for the parade and rally to mark the Chiefs' repeat championship win. 3 people were detained and an unspecified number of guns recovered by law enforcement, Kansas City Police Chief Stacey Graves said. As of Thursday morning, no charges had been announced and no suspects have been publicly identified. We do not have a motive, but we are asking those who may potentially have any kind of information, a witness or video, to contact police, Graves said at a Wednesday news conference. Authorities are still working to determine the exact number of victims, which Graves on Wednesday evening put at 22 shot, including the person who died. 4 hospitals together received 30 patients, 19 with gunshot wounds, from the shooting. Their staffs told CNN Children's Mercy Hospital received 11 children ages between 6 and 15, 9 who'd been shot from the scene. Hospital spokesperson Lisa Augustine said. So, again, I'm not sure why they're not saying this is not a link to terrorism. If these children that were shot, like 6 to 15, were these people involved in that dispute? I can't imagine young little kids being involved in that. Maybe this must have been a shooting that happened like in a confined area, and it must have not really spread throughout a large portion of this parade. So here's a picture. This is supposedly where the parade started. Over here looks like 6th Street, and it continued all the way down until it ended here. I guess this is at Union Station. So the shooting happened somewhere over here, it's showing, near Union Station, once they got to the end of the parade. So here's the deceased woman that was killed. Excuse me. Radio DJ Lisa Lopez Galvin died after getting shot at the rally. Her employer, KKFI 90.1 FM, said, "Police have not identified the person who died in the shooting. We are absolutely devastated at the loss of such an amazing person who gave so much to KKFI and the KC community," station spokesperson Kelly Doherty said in an email to CNN. Lopez Galvin leaves behind an incredible legacy, said Manny Abarca, a Jackson County, Missouri legislator who was at the parade with his daughter. He knew Lopez Galvin, describing her as a member of a very large family of civic leaders, actively involved with the city's Latino community. So that was her right there. Her name was Lisa Lopez Galvin. So, excuse me, very terrible that she was killed. And I hope the rest of these victims, they make it. It's terrible. This shouldn't be happening, but these mass shootings continue to happen, and it's terrible that kids are involved in this. So this is the video I'm going to show you here. This is a video of this gentleman, his story about him holding this potential shooter. He was holding him down on the ground and waiting for cops to arrive. So take a look at this.
Paul, you were there, and there you shared video here of the moment that you helped tackle this person. What can you tell us about what happened in that moment?
I just heard somebody yelling to stop this guy, tackle him, and he was coming in the opposite direction. So you don't think about it. It's just a reaction. He got close to me. I got the right angle on him, and I hit him from behind. And when I hit him from behind, I either jarred the gun out of his hand or out of his sleeve, because as I'm taking him down to the ground, I see the gun on the ground. So I take him down, and I'm putting all my body weight on him. And then another Good Samaritan comes over and is helping me, because I kind of got him high, and the other guy gets him around his waist, and we're just putting our weight on him, and he's just fighting to get up, but we're fighting to keep him down. And another Samaritan comes over and puts his weight on us, and we're waiting for the cops to show up. They get there, and the second cop gets there, the third cop gets there, and then they pretty much take over. And I'm standing there for about a minute or two. Me and the cops didn't even have like one or two words, Wow. Once they had him and got him cuffed, I sat there for 2 minutes with all my 3 daughters. And then we walked away. We headed toward our car.
All right. So there you go. Very terrible. What happened here again? There was that man describing his the moment that he ran to be a good Samaritan and help others in need and try to put this guy on the ground. And luckily there was other people there to help him out. So very terrible what's happening here. This story's still developing. I just want to note here too that these mass shootings happen so much. And one big thing here that's not looked at all, everybody points the finger at the gun all the time, is the mental health state of this country, especially when we've got like massive inflation. People are struggling right now. There's a lot of people in this world that are very upset. They're not happy. And we don't focus on happiness much here. This world does not focus on happiness at all, really. It's all based on negativity and greed. Greed and negativity are probably the two biggest things that people push for. A lot of people do in this world. So I wish we focus on happiness more and trying to help those that are struggling if they're having mental health issues. And I've been a huge advocate for that for a long time because we've all been through that at some point. And I wish our country would focus on that more. And maybe these types of things wouldn't happen. Maybe if we focus more on the country, focus on things that actually help people and boost people up and boost their confidence and get people on the right track, start creating organizations and programs for people to keep themselves in line and so they don't veer off on the wrong track. That's just my 2 cents. I wish that we would do that here, but unfortunately we don't that much. So anyway, excuse me. Apologize for my voice. I'm kind of coming under the weather right now, so I'm not feeling too well. But that's going to be the latest that I have here on this video. So again, Kansas City Chiefs Parade. We had a mass shooting here. Dozens of people have been shot. So far, we've got one person that has been killed, unfortunately. And 3 people have been detained, 2 of them being juveniles connected to this shooting. So I'm sure more information will come out. If anything else comes out, I'll definitely update all of you and let you know what's going on. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. So I appreciate you being here again. Hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much. Everybody take care. God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.